Seems like I'm doing Gemini today, too. That wasn't the original intention, but I do what I'm supposed to do. My hair's a mess again. Oh, well. I gotta do what I gotta do, right? And move my glasses out of the way. I forgot to turn my speaker on. My sound is better when I do that. Hold on.
Power on. Bluetooth. Bluetooth connected.
You tell me, is this better? Gemini, you're the queen of communication, right? That Taurus reading was long. Yes, it was. I'm Jamie with Southeastern Soul Tribe. If you've not been here before, make sure you like, share, and subscribe and hit the bell. That way you get an update on when I do my readings. I'm doing all my personal readings are $35, so get in that if you want to. The information is below this video or it's in my About section. And I have a Patreon. I've not been posting to it lately. I will get back to that eventually, but not right now. You'll get your whole reading here. All right. Okay. It's time to do Gemini. Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides. What messages do we have for our Gemini collective today? For their highest good in relationships and spiritual development. My foot had a cramp in it. Split. I had a good meeting a while ago. For Gemini. Messages for Gemini. The garden and the gate. I'm hearing that song, should I stay or should I go now? I hear that with the garden and the gate, I guess, because we're kind of stuck in the middle with you. I hear that too. Are you going to stay in the garden? Because you're looking out on the horizon and you see a new opportunity out here. But are you going to take it? Are you going to stay stuck in the middle, or are you going to go? I think of the number 3, where you got 1 stuck in the middle, and then you got, And this is the 41 card, which comes to the number 5. 5 is... it's kind of an in-between spot too. You're not getting an equal give and take at the 5. You might be alone at the 5, or feeling left out or something like that. But it's an opportunity to look within and to do a review. That's kind of what we do when we're at the garden and the gate. I'm noticing the butterflies. This morning I was noticing the monarch butterflies that were flying around when I was doing a reading. And if you'll notice, the butterflies are in the garden and the gate book. I want to grab my glasses real fast, and I do want to read the part of the book that goes with the garden and the gate for you guys, though. I feel like there might be a message in there for that. So let's do that real fast. Abundant prosperity and staying safe. Sometimes when we stay inside of the gate that we've built, it feels like safety. If we stay where we're at, it feels safe. It's up to you to figure out if it's safe to go out into that field. At this place, we seem a little unsure of that. Yes, it says this card shows a peaceful young woman in a beautifully blossoming garden with colorful flowers all around. Everything's blooming. Right now it's springtime. Everything is blooming around us, right? However, the gate to the road outside the garden is locked while the girl wears a key on a chain around her neck. You've had the key the whole time, Gemini. This card upright bodes well for the financial scene. In fact, there may be a lot of money or other personal pleasures coming your way at this time. Imagine that. But beware. The choice to stay in the seeming security. Remember, I said it feels secure. It might look secure. But your garden ain't the only place that flowers bloom, honey. The security of this lovely garden may actually be motivated by habit or fear of the unknown. So this is a place of fear, quite possibly, right? The beauty is enticing and worth enjoying, but you may not be giving your spirit the freedom to roam. So are you staying stuck? Are we stuck? Like Chuck. Don't go asking Chuck. You better ask Gemini. While it's fine to amass a great deal of wealth, don't let it keep you from your karmic path or from living your truth. Not their truth. No, your truth is the truth. Okay? There's the truth, there's your truth, and there's their truth. But your truth is the truth. Imagine that. You have the choice to shift your focus, widen your spiritual perspective, and gain the world that is just outside your gate. So you may not have to go that far, Gemini. The answer you're looking for might be around the corner. So should I stay or should I go now? That's the question, right? It's doing that thing my camera is where it's going in and out of color. We're going to do the light seers this time around to do this reading. Let's see what Gemini's dealing with right now in their relationships. It don't have to be love. This could be your relationship with anything. It could be your work-life balance. It could be other people. But the relationships in our life are key. If you're being a loner, if you're all by yourself, well, what do you got coming in? What do you got leaving? You know, the full moon's coming up. It's supposed to be a time of release. What do you need to let go of? That's the question, right? What do you need to let go of? Do you have to let go of things on a full moon like that, they say? But it depends on the kind of energy that you carry, I've noticed. I've noticed that trigger points come up for me in the new moon for me to recognize the let go, and my release is supposed to be during the full moon, which is technically what's supposed to happen. But you only do that through meditation and feeling your energy shift, you know. And if you're quiet enough and you listen to yourself and your spirit guides enough, then you'll know these things, okay, Gemini? So just put it into some kind of meditation practice to make your decisions sound and solid. Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides for our Gemini collective. What's at the base? The moon energy, finally in the reverse. No longer back and forth. But it's at the base of the reading. So we've certainly been there. I know, because that's how the reading's going. Shifting back and forth, trying to decide if it's under the moon. Well, we're in decision-making mode. That's like it's Cancerian energy usually, or to me it is. The moon energy is Cancerian energy. But what is your moon? My moon's Gemini, so this might be for me. I don't know. Or, I never know. Or you might be dealing with a Gemini or a Cancerian energy. Cancers can, a lot of times, they'll be feeling some type of way and they'll be like, I'm fine, everything's fine, you're fine, we're good. And their heart's breaking on the inside. What's crossing this energy for Gemini? What's crossing this moon energy for Gemini? Oh, you've got a connection on the brain. A Two of Cups. Thinking about coming together with someone. either in partnership or love or something of that aspect. You put that peg where it belongs, as I always say. What happened in the recent past for my Gemini collective? Five of Cups. Feeling alone, feeling left out. Remember I said this was the number 5, right? That's a place of being by ourselves. We're looking at everything that went down the drain. That'll make you sit here and say, well, hell, should I stay or should I go now? That was down the drain. Well, there went that opportunity. That's kind of what that says. What's in the subconscious hopes and dreams of the Gemini I'm speaking to today? King of Pentacles in the reverse. You might be thinking about a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn that wasn't operating in the right way. Every time I look at this card, I think of my ex-boyfriend. He looks just like him. He really does look like that, guys. Hair, color, build, skin tone, all of it looks just like that. But we might have been thinking about an earth sign that's in the reverse. My ex-boyfriend is not an earth sign. He's a Libra like me. But anyway, I think of him. Or this is, I can't imagine you'd be hoping and dreaming, but you might be having thoughts, a lot of thoughts around the fact that maybe even your earth energy, that's the ability to build abundance and things like that, are not growing really well for yourself. Or you're not able to give to others at this point in time, and you've got a lot of thoughts around that. And you might have been stuck not being able to look at the other opportunities that might be out and about or around you, and that's been an issue for you. That was bothering me right there. Sorry, guys. It feels better. All right, what is our fear? What's in the fear position for this Gemini? We're afraid that that this energy is not going to be able to calm down. They say what you think about the most is what you really manifest into your life. So that's something to think about. In this position, Gemini, your thoughts become things, okay? So you may need to slow down and take a look at your truth, your perspective. Compare your perception of that with the reality of things. No smoke and mirrors to yourself. Forget about everybody else. What are you telling yourself? You know? What belief systems are you standing on right now when it comes to whatever this scenario is, with either this earth sign, Cancerian, or whatever, whoever you're dealing with? It don't matter who you're dealing with. This is energy. You know? The masculine earth energy is in the reverse here. And the Cancerian energy, that water energy, is kind of in the reverse. All the cups are pouring out. You feel like everything went down the drain. And that 5 of Cups might be around a relationship that you might have had. But you might need to think about the fact that you may even recognize in your subconscious knows that if it was an earth sign you were dealing with, this guy needs work. And just maybe your fascination with that means you need work too. Nobody wants to admit that ever, right? Oh, shoot. It's raining. Let's put these windows up. Can't get rained on like that. My hair got rained on yesterday. It's bad enough. All right. Let's see. In the near future, like I was telling Taurus, Tarot don't decide the future, you do. Okay? So I'm not telling you what the future is. What I'm telling you is the projection of what the future might be if your energy stays the same here. If you stay sitting here in the Five of Cups or in a place of being stuck and you don't do the self-reflection that goes along with recognizing the energy that's on the table right now, then this may come. And then we'll look at what's hidden that you don't see. All right? So what's in the possible near future with this energy, Spirit? What does Gemini need to know? The Wheel of Fortune is here. It's in the upright. Might be going in your favor. Maybe this Five of Cups is you actually doing self-reflection. Maybe you can see now. But your fear of not going to a calmer position, or your intuition may be telling you that things aren't going to calm down here. And maybe you do need to migrate elsewhere. What else? Leo. The lion and the lamb. They can lay together. She's pretty. Blonde. She's got strength, though. Notice the heart locket around her necklace here. I'm just now noticing this Wheel of Fortune. Look at her necklace. It's dice. It says roll the dice, baby. I got to look at something. I want to see how many dots, what the number sequence is on these dice. Ten. Completion. It's over. And this says tarot. 10. So her dice come to the number 10 just like the wheel. The actual number. I was curious to see if that was the same. Very interesting. Look how happy she is. The ups and downs. The round and rounds. Roll the dice. This card represents, well, it can be a Leo energy, but it can be you. You embodying that self-confidence, the strength that it takes to build that for yourself. Recognizing your value. Look at our Taurus reading today about value. You're worth it. Roll the dice, baby. What do you want? What's your truth? You spend too much time looking at what everybody else wants? What do you want? It's not about them. It's about you. What is it that Gemini doesn't see here? What's hidden? There's a lack of passion, or an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius energy who's not quite as elevated as you might be, or something that is in the reverse. Or this is just about an energy that you're not seeing about yourself, that you've lost passion for something. And that loss of passion can keep you as well in a place of stagnancy. And you're trying to get out of that. Anything else about that, Spirit? Look at the pain. Healing through that pain and feeling through that pain. The heartbreak that's revolved around maybe a lost opportunity is the key to getting that passion back. Whether you want to accept or believe that or not. A lot of it is about acceptance and appreciation of the smaller things. Yes, look at the Taurus reading. Once again, I'm hearing that. Show me the possible outcome here for Gemini. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Not being open to passion as well. How can Gemini turn this around, Spirit? This is the advice. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, which I don't feel like that's what this is, or recognize Capricorn might be leaving, but this, to me, it's an energy of some toxic patterns that we might have had that need to be dropped. This Knight of Swords is a very quick message of truth, running away from truth sometimes, running away from recognizing patterns that we might have had that may have been toxic to cause stagnancy. And this Knight is running to hurry up and get on his back. Oh my God, I'm hearing this song. Sometimes staying is worse than leaving. It might get better, it might get worse. Sometimes staying is worse than leaving. I'll try to find out who sings that song. I can't remember, and I'll post that in the notes because it's a really good song. But there might be a message in that song for you. Maybe you're sticking around too long for something that ain't worth it. Sometimes staying is worse than leaving. I thought about that song earlier when I heard Do the Gemini reading, and then it left me. And now it just came back as soon as I saw that. He's running away. This girl's staying. And then we have this garden in the gate right here. So are you going, should I stay or should I go now? Was the other message. Any other advice for our Gemini collective? Don't be stubborn. You can wait around long enough to hear from Spirit about it. But you might be finding out that sticking around might be not a wish fulfillment for you. Think about what makes you happy with this Ten of Cups. What makes you happy? I'm noticing the water and the sun here. Happy family, happy life. The beautiful colors and all the cups. There's a couple sitting here just watching their kids play and things like that. Where does your true happiness lie, Gemini? Is it like, are you happy where you're at right now? The garden might be pretty, but what's on the other side of the gate? Sometimes staying is worse than leaving. It's time to take that blindfold off about the decisions that you need to make. This girl is looking at the fact that there is not an equal give and take, and she's been wearing that blindfold for a long time. This is throwing caution to the wind. I got everything I need within myself. 9 of Cups. F it. Let's go. Let's roll the dice. Notice the look at the difference in these energies. First, I want you to look at the energy back here. All right. Where are these two women looking? They're looking down. Look at the colors on the card. You see this? In the future energy, check out these women. Which direction are they looking? They're both arms are out or up, and they're both looking up toward the sky. The energy's brighter. We got stuff flying around in the air. The kids in this photo are doing the same thing. That's having a childlike mindset, something fresh and new. So I think the message here for Gemini is go ahead. Run over there and get on your back. It's time to invest time in yourself. Even if you have to drop all communication to the people who pull you back. No more waiting. Don't show love. I mean, you get what you get in. You get what you put in, and people get what they deserve, right? So look at how much investment that you've been making. Your intuition has been on fire about this scenario. So the earth signs are here: Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Capricorn's big over here on this side. And then we're sitting here looking at the Cancerian energy. And Pisces energy is here with the Hangman. Leo is here. Aries, Taurus. For sure. Sometimes staying is worse than leaving. Gemini. So what decision are you going to make? Where are you going to go? What you going to do? What you going to do when they come for you? Let's pull mediumship training and see what messages that Spirit has for you here. I got to move these out of the way though. I pull those to the side because I don't know what my thumbnail is going to be until I do the reading. So I have to do that later so I can edit my thumbnails for the reading. All right. Move this out of the way. We're going to pull a spiritual card for our spiritual assignment, spiritual learning assignment. I don't try to put these in any kind of order because it don't matter anyway. I just pull one. And they're not read upside down or right side up, so however they come out. Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides. What message does Gemini need today about this spiritual growth lesson that they might need for part of this reading today? Thank you. I'm taking this one with all the butterflies on it, even though 2 came out. I'm taking it because she's looking up, and it's about guidance. I'll say something about this evidence of spirit, but I'm going to put it back in the deck for a different time. I'm being drawn to the rose, the seashell, the time on here, the diamond. There's a picture of the ocean right here. Maybe that's a message for you. And a key. She's blonde. It's called the evidence of spirit. The process of validation is an essential part of authenticating the identity of a spirit when creating the link, helping to confirm the continuity of life. Unless a medium can validate the connection with evidence, is unlikely to be considered authentic mediumship. Working with absolute integrity will only ever stand the test of time by the quality of their evidence. When spirit provides evidence that's totally supported by true life facts, the healing connection with the loved one is one of the most powerful occurrences to the witness. So what I was saying about looking within and trusting yourself and looking at your truth, that's authenticity, and that's very, very important. So soul guidance, all these butterflies I was seeing today from this morning's reading, it says making time for activities that contribute to your spiritual growth and psychic development is not a sign of selfishness. Okay, taking that time is not selfish. It's more of a necessity. So by doing so, it will make you a better medium and have a major impact on your overall well-being and spiritual vitality. So if you spend time to focus on your soul's needs, it enables you to nurture yourself and expand your spiritual boundaries. Therefore, for 1 week, allow this card to encourage you to do things that are uncharacteristic for you. In other words, do things that you never normally do. During this time, surrender and trust in your intuitive psychic abilities completely. If you feel that you've always wanted to have lunch with someone at work but never made the effort, then make this week the time to ask. If you feel drawn to call a relative whom you've not spoken to in a long time, make the call. All right? If you feel inspired to learn something new, take a class or a workshop. So trust and follow your gut and use all your psychic senses. After doing this for 1 week, don't forget to journal your new discoveries or revelations that resulted. That's what Taurus's thing was talking about today, journaling. All right? And I recommend that highly. If you watch that reading, there might be something in it for you too. But I'll tell you right now that recognizing your own passion and love for things is really important. It's about your journey, your perception of your journey, and the things that are there for you to experience in this lifetime. If we spend our entire life working around what others want us to do, we never really experience life in and of itself and all the abundance that can be found within it. We will continue to live our life in somebody else's footprint. And that's not fair to you, and it's not fair to them if they really thought about it that way. Sometimes people want to keep you boxed in or keep you in one place because they don't want you to expand outside of something that will keep them from being able to experience or live vicariously through you. Understand that people do that not because they're bad people. They do that because they fear change. You can be the innovator. So should you stay or should you go? Sometimes staying is worse than leaving, Gemini. So if you've been thinking about taking a trip, doing the thing, doing something different and getting outside your norm, now's the time to truly consider where your heart space is about it. And if you can't figure out what that is, then you need to do some examination of who you think you are. Maybe you don't really know anymore. Maybe you spent a lifetime of being in relationships where you melded yourself into becoming someone that you weren't because you mirrored everybody. Geminis tend to do that anyway because we got both of our twins fighting us on our shoulders. Okay, so breaking out of that habit, breaking out of that norm, doing this something different that we're talking about here might change your life in a way that you might not ever think it would. Just like me running down to Florida, running over to Texas. People are like, are you sure? Why are you going to do that? But did I die? Nope. Here I am. Tick, tick, tick. My heart's still beating. And you know what? I experienced and I'm living. And I might do it again. I don't know. I know that Spirit will let me know. Some way, somehow, those messages will come. Because I've been doing something different every single day over the past week, and I didn't even pull this card yet. So I'm very happy that I found myself in alignment with that message today. And maybe I'm a little bit ahead of it, and it's just now coming to me to tell you, and I didn't know how this was going to go. Interesting. But yes, I think that's going to be the name of this video. Sometimes staying is worse than leaving. Anyway, until next time, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Southeastern Soul Tribe. Love and light to all of you. Goodbye.